Thank you for tuning in to Three Minds, One Mic. It's the Regular Folk Talk Show podcast, where we talk with regular folks about their opinions and perspectives on life and current events. With me always is Anthony and Radu, and we're glad that you tuned in. Hi, welcome to Three Minds and One Mic. Three Minds, One Mic again. Glad you joined us and you're here with us this week. We kind of figured we're going to keep this episode a little short, just to give you a quick background on who we are and why we wanted to start this channel, and just kind of give you an idea of where our perspectives are coming from, as far as some generational stuff or whatever, just to kind of give some background on this. So I'll start, and I'll let you know. My name is Mike, obviously. 49 years old. I'm married. I have 2 kids and 4 stepkids. Just a big family, and they're all pretty awesome and amazing. So I've learned a lot from all of them, especially my boys, and I'm sure more than or as much as they've learned from me. So I just feel like there's a lot of division going on in what we see in the media, and everybody's picking a side, picking a voice, and picking a thing. And I kind of want to put something out there that's not along with that. You know, we're going to, we talk about stuff that's going on too. We're not oblivious to what's going on in the world, but I want to be more positive and show more of the good things, because there's still a lot of good that happens in this life, and there's a lot of good going on in the world, and it's more in small communities and stuff they're not going to show you on the news because it doesn't sell. It's not flash. It's not, it's not fantastic. So. But I think it's awesome, and it definitely softens my heart to things. And some of the clips and reels I see, really offer a lot of hope into humanity, and show me that there really is some good in this world, regardless of what we're being force-fed through our media and other devices and whatnot. So I just figured doing this podcast would be entertaining. It'd be fun. I like to talk. So, I think the idea of also interviewing people, your average Joe kind of person on the street, is a cool idea too, because it's like, we hear a lot of celebrities and their opinions on stuff, and based on how much we like that celebrity and their movies or songs or art or whatever they do, we base our opinions on their stances. So it'd be cool to just man on the street, woman on the street, kind of, what do you think about things? What's your life like? What do you look forward to? What makes you smile? What makes you sad? That kind of stuff. Nothing like, aren't going to go Dr. Phil or Jerry Springer on anything, but it'll be fun, I think, just talking to people and getting people on the air with us. And, if you want a chance to be on, we can get you on. We can interview you and talk with you, and you can join our podcast for an episode. And we're going to keep it positive. We're not in a debate. We're not in a fight. We're not rage baiting. We're just, if anything, I want to maybe some happiness baiting, some joy baiting for a change, or something like that. So that's the reason we're here. That's the reason I'm here. And the idea behind doing this. And it's been a real fun experience so far, designing some of the stuff, creating the videos, putting some things together. And I know I've asked you in the last video to be patient with us, because it is a work in progress, and it's kind of new to all of us. And Radu is the main tech guy doing most of the things. So it's a work in progress for sure, but we're improving over the short amount of time that we've been doing this. So stay tuned and watch us continue to improve. And we all, we do welcome comments and anything in the comment section on the videos, and they will be looked at and read and most likely responded to. So thank you again for joining us, and hope you like it. So I'm going to turn it over to Anthony now. He's going to give you a little background on himself.
Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm 22. I mainly like to just learn new things, talk to new people, just kind of, learning through that way is probably how I've learned a lot in life, just talking to people and, you know, seeing what kind of information that we can bounce off each other and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I just like talking. I think this would be fun, doing the podcast, and Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Hey,
Put it on
my
the
name
record.
is Radu. I'm 48. I guess I'm kind of the tech guy, but I think we're all kind of working on this together, and I'm learning a lot about OBD and Video Ninja from Mike. Thank you, Mike. I was born in OBS. I was born in Romania. I came here when I was about 13 or 14 years old. I really love being in this country. I loved the idea of doing this podcast when Mike mentioned it to me. I thought it was a great idea, and I love hearing other people's opinions, maybe sharing my own opinion as well. I've been friends with Mike for a very long time. Dare I say, best friends with Mike. Yeah, I look forward to doing this podcast, hearing other people's opinions, having guests, and who knows, maybe be successful in the future. So I'm gonna pass it on to Mike now.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Anthony. So yeah, we're all looking at the same thing. We're trying to get the same thing from this, just talking to new people, getting different perspectives, learning from each other as much as we can, and creating a community of hopefully like-minded folks that just want to be united, and not look at the crap that's dividing us. So there's so much to celebrate with humanity. I think there's so much on the good side. I mean, just we see what we're fed is we see the hate that's capable in humanity, but on the other side of that spectrum, the love, the kindness, and just the joy of people is there as well. And we don't see enough of that in public, So we want to try and get that out. And we're going to show video clips here and there, and Facebook Reels or Instagram stuff, whatever. I am greatly inspired by Jim Brewer and his podcast. He's a little more in your face and comedic about it, but that's him. It's Jim Brewer, that's his podcast. But he was a huge inspiration for me to do this, and so there are going to be some times I'm going to share some of his clips from his podcast and others as well as they share the stuff that I agree with and want to aim for with this show. So one thing I didn't let you know is Anthony is my son, and it's pretty awesome one at that. And so we're doing this together, father, son, and then Raju's brother. He's pretty much a brother to me. I've known him longer than anybody else I've known in my life, other than myself. And I'm still learning myself, so there's that. But yeah, so it's really cool to do with these guys that we know each other so well, and we don't agree with everything that we each believe in or our ideologies on certain things, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't separate us. That doesn't keep us from being as close knit as we are. And we're hoping to get that with more people, that we can maybe make that contagious and people kind of get that going on and just make our little circles bigger and bigger to where, it's just a kinder place, a better place, So, yeah, it's been a pleasure introducing ourselves, and we hope you continue to tune in, and we're going to have guests as often as possible. I would like to get it to a point where it's weekly. So like I said, if you're watching this and you want to be a guest, we can get you in. You don't have to be present here. Of course, Radu isn't. He's all the way out in New York. So we're in New Mexico, and we can definitely cover that mileage, especially now. Let us know. So once again, thank you for joining us for Three Minds, One Mic. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adios.